Hi, my name is Sandeep. I'm a resident of Auroville, and I'm going to address the question of legalities of RAD1, whether to stop development or pause development on the Crown until further notice from the Residents' Assembly. The question, a lot of people have asked this question: does the RAD have the jurisdiction to address and take a decision on this question? Now, in order to understand this, in order to get a clear understanding of this, one has to read the Auroville Foundation Act and read it very carefully, and also the governing board minutes very, very carefully. Let's take the governing board minutes to start with. Many people are wondering, oh, there are many decisions taken by the governing board, many decisions taken on many issues. But if you look very, very carefully, there are actually no decisions made by the governing board regarding the Crown. Actually, if you look very carefully, there's only one single decision that the governing board has even made, which is to meet once every quarter. That is the only point. In point 8 of the governing board minutes. It says the governing board decided to meet once every quarter. Every other point is an opinion, an endorsement, or an observation. This is very clear. You see, the thing is that the governing board has a statutory bind on what kind of meetings they are allowed to have and how they make decisions. If you see the section 14 of the Auroville Foundation Act, it very clearly states that every decision of the governing board has to happen through a majoritarian vote, in which the chairman does not vote unless there is an equality of votes. So where if there are 7 people in the governing board, 6 people vote, and only if there are 3 equal votes, then the chairman puts his casting vote so that there's a majority. Otherwise, the chairman does not vote. So therefore, unless there is a vote and a decision made, the governing board cannot be said to have made any decision. This is what section 14 of the Auroville Foundation Act 1988 states. Now, when the Residents' Assembly makes its own decisions, draws its own programs for Auroville, it depends on the minutes of the meetings of the governing board. So therefore, if the minutes of the meetings don't show that there are any decisions, that means the Residents' Assembly must accept that there were no actual decisions made. Now, the governing board has all the right and all the responsibility to make observations, to make views, and give its opinions on various activities. It is well within its right to do so, although it has the responsibility that when it does so, it must do it with the aim of cohesion and integration of Auroville. This is again what the Auroville Foundation Act states. The Residents' Assembly has the responsibility to take into account the views, the opinions, and the endorsements of the governing board, admittedly, but it is not bound by any decisions that the governing board did not make.